Hello. If you guys aren't familiar with who I am, my name is Nicole Farrell. I have been with Color Street for 2 years, and I'm currently a senior director. And I actually am going to do a training on something that was derived from an idea that was presented to us a little while ago. I believe sometime at the end of last year there was something presented to a few people on my lineage, and they shared it with their teams and so on and so on. And it was basically called on demand partying. And it gave you the opportunity to have a party off of Facebook, which I think is the greatest idea ever because let's face it, social media is not always everyone's best friend. So I have been using that. And in doing so, I've actually created other things from that training and from that template. I took the idea and I decided to not only make my own website, my team website, a new stylist training, an opportunity link for my potential stylists. But what I'm doing a training on today is going to be something that I think is going to be super helpful in hosting, or I'm sorry, in partying, and it's called a virtual hostess packet. These packets that we send out all the time to our hostesses are amazing, but sometimes they cost money. And especially for new stylists or stylists on a budget, I thought, why not put everything together that a hostess would actually need to have a good party and to understand how Color Street works and how the party is going to work with just sending them a link. So I have done this now for about a couple of weeks, and it's actually been a really big hit because hostesses always have a lot of questions. They're not sure how things work. And it's just a lot easier for me to say, do me a favor, check out your hostess virtual packet, and then when you're finished scrolling, send me questions, because then they can kind of get a feel of what it's like to technically be a stylist, and they know exactly what to expect during their party and how I would like them to interact and that sort of thing. So I'm going to share my screen today and I'm going to show you the virtual hostess packet that I created. I'm actually going to be able to share a copy of the template with you so that you can use this to make your own. I did not make a general one, so basically all you're going to do is in Canva, because that is the app or the site that I will be using, or that you use to make these, you would just go click on that link. It'll open in your Canva. You'll make a copy of it and you'll go about your day. So let's do that. Okay, so let me. This. I need this right here. Here we go. All right. Technology, right, guys? Okay. So basically, what you are going to see here is that when you go to your, let's go to the home screen. So when you open Canva and you click on this link that I share, this master virtual hostess packet, you're going to be able to change everything on it. But the first thing that you're going to want to do before we do any kind of editing in the actual template is that when this gets shared with you, because it is an edited version, you're going to need to make a copy. So let me go down here. All of your designs. We'll go there first. Okay, so you're going to see I make copy after copy after copy of these. But basically, I will go, when this opens, it'll open here, and you'll want to click on the three dots and immediately make a copy. And then that way, not only are you not editing the actual main version, but you have a version of the basic virtual hostess packet that I shared to begin with. So if you make changes on yours and you're like, oh, wait, I don't remember what she had on hers because I made changes over here. So you'll want to make a copy of that. And I do apologize that my computer is super slow, but I live in the boondocks and Our Wi-Fi and internet out here is like molasses. That's what happens when you're in the hills of Kentucky. So once this pulls up, this is the actual website for you to see. So that's basically what this is. Even though it is a Canva graphic, it's created like a website. So you're going to have that scrolling effect when you share the link. And as soon as all of this pops up, you'll see that I have the ability to change all of this stuff here. And there's all these different things that you can use over here, elements. You can upload your own photos, text, all kinds of stuff. You can create your own templates in here. But this is basically the size and the presentation format that you'll want to use to create an actual a mimic of a website, so to speak. And then in doing this with Canva, Canva is free. You don't have to pay for the basic version, and you can do everything that I've done in here with the basic version, minus like a couple of animation things. I pay for the premium version. Premium version is $12.95 a month. So this has an option to make this a little bit bigger. So that's what we're going to do here. All right. So as you can see right here on the front page, this is the brochure that we have, the current one. And then we have a virtual hostess packet title so that they know what they're getting. And then there's a picture of me because they always say to put your face everywhere. So I've got my logo up here, I've got my face here, and I've got my information so that they know right away, hello, this is your virtual hostess packet. All the information you need to know to have a great party. Here's how you can contact me. Anytime is fine. I'll answer as soon as I'm available. And then see how this is a scrolling effect? That literally is the best part about this, is because the scrolling is what they're going to see when I show you the final version of it. This right here up top on the top of each of these, you can add a page title if you want to make your own like master template. You can duplicate the page. So if I wanted to make another page like this, there you go. I've done it. If I'm like, oh, didn't mean to do that, I can delete the page. And I can also move these up and down. So if I'm like, oh, this page should actually be first before this one, then I would move that up. And then as you can see, the next thing I put down here is can't miss info, and that is the shopping link. And I even put in here too, because when you use Canva, when you use this setup, you actually are going to have where it will prompt you to confirm to continue to the Color Street website. So if I clicked here, if I was in the customer view version, I would click here, and when I click here, it's going to say you're getting ready to leave Canva and go to www.colorstreet.whatever. Are you okay with that? And then you would just hit okay and then go on to the actual thing. Now the cool part about this setup is that you can link things. So if I wanted to like link this word, say keep scrolling, say it said something like click here, I could do that. You can highlight that, click these three dots in the top right, and there's a link button. And when I click on link, I'm able to enter a link and hit apply. So the same thing goes for this right here. That's what I did with this. I set this up when I did it with my other, this is my master, but when I did it with my hostesses, I would actually click on the shop here. This is actually a connected section. So you just have to click on shop here, click on the three dots, click link, put in the actual website shopping link, hit apply. That way she has access to her shopping link as well. So if she's out with somebody, she can be like, oh wait, I've got it right here. Let me click. And then I like to do the animation things. Like I said, I think they're part of the premium version. You don't have to, but I do like to give them a call to action, keep scrolling for more details, you know, something along those lines so that they do keep looking. I put in here tips for having the best party. Basically, these are my tips. You can change these. You can put in whatever you want to put in, but I want her to have just a couple of things in mind when she's having the party. So I put in here, like create your wish list, create your guest list, invite as many friends as you feel you want to, interact, that kind of stuff. I've also got in here my sample info. So if she's out and she is, you know, talking to a friend like, oh, did you hear I'm having a Color Street party? Do you want my hostess to, or do you want my stylist to send you a sample? So she can pull this up and they can immediately click on here and fill the form out. And then I would get that. This is my Google form. And it says samples.neatnailsbynicole.com because I made a subdomain from my actual domain, which is www.neatnails. But you don't have to do that. Obviously, you can put in just the link, or if you wanted, you could just put sample, click here for samples. And when you clicked on that, you could click the 3 dots and connect a link to it, which is actually already has a link as well. And then, of course, I've included here the Hostess Rewards because that's important for her to know what our booking program looks like, what the free and discounted items look like, at what her nail bar sales will be, and then just the little tidbits of information that always super helpful to have that. And then, of course, in case most hostesses are familiar with Color Street, but sometimes you might get somebody who's like not all in the know, and that's okay. So what I've done is I put on here just some things to know about Color Street, because it could also be something where they're talking to a friend about it and they're like, you know what, I can't remember, but let me check. And this information is, you know, important. So she can talk about what the Color Street nail strips are, how to apply them, tips for application. These are the do's and don'ts. I took all of this information from the virtual office resource section, and I did everything in the Color Street font, which I uploaded to Canva. That's free. You can do that. That way it's all compliant. And then one of my favorite parts about the scrolling website is that you can actually add in your favorite application video. So if you have an application video, all you would need to do is have it be on YouTube. So you can do videos, or I'm sorry, you can do both actually. You can do videos. So if you've got your own video, you can upload that here. And what I've done is I actually, I like both of these videos a lot. I share these a lot with people because they're just really good videos. And so I have gone to YouTube. You just go over here to YouTube, click on that, and you can literally search Color Street application video. And when you do that, a ton of them will come up. And then all you need to do is literally click, and then it'll show up. And you can resize it, you can move it around. It's really cool. Like one of my favorite features. I've also included the pricing, packaging, and sizing, because all of that I think is really important. It's good to have your hostess be as knowledgeable as you, because not only are you trying to have a really good party for her, but every hostess is a potential stylist. And then I also put in here the different things that we offer. These are actual graphics that I got from the graphics groups. I did not edit them. This is not a collage. I just made it so that they all were the same size. And then basically I did not do any editing to these. And this was before we had our catalogs out. But we knew what the colors were. So I will probably change this to be compliant. But just having something here so that they can have a quick reference to all of the colors, it's basically like a moving catalog. You could also put our moving catalog in here, and if you have a video of that from our website. I just continue to share what we have. And then another thing I thought that was really important, because I do share this in all of our parties, is I share about the company. I share what our mission is. I share this video of Mr. Park, and I love this video. And I think it's actually, a lot of people in my parties have said that it's actually a really nice thing to add. So I try to make sure that my hostesses watch it before I share it in the party. And then, of course, you can't miss the opportunity to share the opportunity. So that is what I have done here. An opportunity you can't pass up. I've put a actual graphic from the virtual office in here. And then right here is actually a link to I used one of these and I created an opportunity link. Basically, it says it's more than nails, and I share like videos and testimonials and things like that about being a stylist. So basically the hostess can click here if she wants more information. And then I always think it's important to share your why. Of course, I call it a why not. And basically, I just put in my story. I kind of gave her just a snippet of what I experienced and why I did this. And then, of course, I've got a really cute video or a picture that our team made last year. And then I do include the income disclosure down here just to be safe. So the good news is that this is what you're going to get as far as the template is concerned. I will unlink everything if there is a link, but you're going to want to make the copy, and then you're going to want to go in and change all of the things that you see that you would like to change. So a lot of the wording you can keep the same, but you might want to change your sample form, because I don't know that you want me to send samples to your hostess's guests. But most of this information is here. There's the good part about this too is that you can add in whatever you want. So if you feel like there's something else that you would prefer to have in a hostess packet, like I said, maybe you want to add in the actual catalog. Maybe you want to add in some more nail fee pictures. Maybe you want to add in a welcome video of yourself. You can do all of that here. I say to everybody that it looks a little overwhelming, but I promise it's literally about inserting your information, finding what works for you, and making it your own. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you guys think that this is a good idea. I think so. My hostesses have been pretty happy with it. Of course, it's always a work in progress. I'm sure I'll be adding and subtracting things as I go along, but this basically gets all the info that I think my hostesses should have before they get started. And again, if you have any questions, I'm always open to answer them. But it's if you're going to ask about editing, I suggest Googling first, just because we all started in the same place. I Googled the answers, and it's actually really easy to do. So I hope that you found this helpful, and I guess I can stop sharing my screen. And again, if you have any questions, just let me know.